Welcome to Science Philosophy in a Flash, a mini podcast series produced by the Scientist Creative Services team. In this series, we highlight researchers' unique outlooks on what it means to be a scientist. This episode is brought to you by Bio-Rad. Drouin is the Director of Analytical Development for the Genomic Medicine Unit at Alexion AstraZeneca Rare Disease. As a dynamic scientist with unique expertise in current research and industry trends for gene therapies, Dr. Drouin is passionate about driving progress within the rare disease field and advancing products from preclinical development into the clinic and beyond. The Scientist Creative Services team spoke with Dr. Drouin to learn more about her interest in adeno-associated virus, or AAV biology, and what motivated her journey from academia to patient-focused analytical development research.
My interest stems from a natural curiosity about the world and trying to understand why things are the way they are. As a child, one of my best friends was diagnosed with a genetic disease, and in trying to understand her disease, I learned about a new concept called gene therapy. That was very interesting to me, the thought of being able to help my friend, and that's really where my passion came from. As I grew older, it was important for me to contribute to the knowledge sphere, and for me that happened to be in the area of gene therapy. Learning first about viruses and then that they could be used to perform gene therapy was really interesting to me. From there, I went on to study adeno-associated viruses in graduate school to try to understand how to improve their applications as gene therapy vectors. And then along the way, I've had some strong role models, including high school, undergraduate, and graduate professors, as well as my PhD advisors, Mavis Ekbanje McKenna and Nicholas Musichka. In addition, I've had a few fantastic managers in previous roles and in my current role, and I also have a really great group of female scientist friends. We really draw on each other for inspiration. We're now at a point where gene therapy is rapidly gaining momentum. Not too long ago, there was worry about what was going to happen with some of the early clinical trials, and now there are so many great pieces of data coming out of those trials with new approvals every year that are benefiting a lot of patients. In recent years, being in biotech has enabled me to interact with various patient and caregiver groups, and hearing their stories of how they're dealing with rare diseases has been incredibly moving and inspiring. Ultimately, my goal is to use this knowledge to be able to help others.
Thank you for listening to Science Philosophy in a Flash. To learn more about Dr. Drouin's research, please check out the link in the episode notes.